how do you get into the cannabis industry? You have to get a entry-level position, perhaps, at whatever facet of the industry you want. Is it retail? Is it manufacturing? Is it processing or marketing? Obviously, if you want to get in the marketing side of cannabis specific, going to school for marketing would be a great start. Doing projects that you might have to do in school, do them on something live, do them on a cannabis product, do them on an idea that you might have, a different way to package something that's child tamper proof, that's easy to access for adults, that looks cool for whatever market you're going for. If you want to go into cultivation, cannabis is just like any other plant. If you can grow a really strong tomato, you can probably grow a good cannabis plant. There's a lot of great ag programs at Davis, Fresno, Cal Poly, San Luis, Texas A&M that teach you how to grow a variety of plants. And now that cannabis is becoming more legal, also cannabis. Arizona, University of Arizona, Tucson now talks about cannabis. Oklahoma State or something in Oklahoma now has cannabis programs. And also there's a Colorado Boulder or something that has cannabis specific programs. If you want to get into that, look at that, into that more. But know kind of what you're after. You know, when I got out of college, I went to a winery and I thought I wanted to work at a winery. And I met to the grower, not the grower, but the winemaker. And the guy said, "Oh man, great. You know, you sound really excited to work here. So what do you want to do?" And that stumped me, man, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to grow the grape or mix the grape juice to make wine or to work at the tasting room. So I didn't get that job because I didn't have an answer. So know what you want to do and at least the trajectory path and to build the blocks that you need to get to that job, which won't be the end all, which will just be another part of your path, but you have that direction. Another question is, what simple things can growers do to be more environmental friendly? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reuse your pot. Reuse your medium if you can. There's a lot of great software to manage water versus fertilizer injection, to manage the EC or ppm of the fertilizer based on the plant needs. Grow with the sun. Why are folks using 1,000-watt HPS lights grown in warehouses, raising the cost of production of a pound to $1,000 sometimes, where if you grow it outside, the cost per pound could be $200, being way more sustainable. And I see that's where cannabis is going in at some point, more like grapes and tobacco. It'll be grown outside, it'll be seasonal. But right now it's the flush out, and there's a market for $60 eighths, and there won't be perhaps in the future. How's the drought affecting in the industry, man? The drought is affecting all agricultural industries. I have friends out in Guerneville who have a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. They've been running it for years. For the last 2 years, their well is empty. They cannot grow on their land, growing vegetables, and they also have cattle. That's non-cannabis, but that's affecting vegetables. A lot of farmers have water rights here in California and bought water rights, and often politicians give agricultural folks and industrial folks water over homeowners. Our water is often way more expensive to water our lawns than it is to irrigate a field of tomatoes. The water consumption for a pound of tomatoes grown outdoors being irrigated at a large level because of evaporation. I don't know what the water usage is, but let's just say it's a pound or it's a gallon of water for a pound of tomatoes. And I bet you it's more. And I bet you growing hydroponically indoors where you're growing year round, giving short bursts of irrigation water and fertilizer water, the irrigation water will be cut by 60 to 70%. Now, I don't know if it's a gallon per pound of tomatoes, but I do know growing hydroponically will save you 60 to 70% of water and 40 to 60% of fertilizer. Those are ways to grow more food sustainably using less inputs. So yes, the drought is affecting outdoor crop production, especially. And as we're seeing in Europe, there's going to be more and more indoor food production with lettuce and tomatoes as we're currently seeing, but that will continue. What simple things can growers do environmental friendly? Water, nutrients, lights. Current drought is affecting us. Are most growers using solar panels to supplement their energy use? If they're growing outdoor in a greenhouse, yes, because if you're growing in a greenhouse, you might have supplemental lights, but the grid of solar panels can power your pumps that and your motors that turn the fans on and run the irrigation system and run the cooling and heating system. If you're in a warehouse and growing pot and have 1,000 watt lights, you need, I don't know what it is, but like a mile or 3 mile of solar panels to power that. So it's not sustainable. So if you're growing indoors, solar panels isn't the solution. It's a nice marketing gimmick. Hey, we have solar panels. We're growing indoor and using lots of electricity, and the solar panels turn on the lights in the bathroom. It's a marketing thing, but it's not real. But if you're growing in a greenhouse using the sun outside, a couple warehouses worth of solar panels can supplement your energy usage and typically cover motors, pumps, and the major things of a greenhouse. So yes, that is happening. Howlings, Windset down in the Oxnard area growing tomatoes, Gotham Greens, rooftop growers on the East Coast and the Midwest. They're all utilizing not only solar panels, but also uh, energy generation through efficient generators capturing the heat and CO2 to then be used in the greenhouse. CO2 as a nutrient heat during the winter months. So there are ways, there are growers trying to be more sustainable using less energy.